Hey there, crafty peeps. It's Rhonda from Rhonda World 365. I'm back to show you my very first ever junk journal flip through. This is technically my second junk journal, third actually, if you count the little one I did. But I had some technical issues posting the video for the first one. But anyway, this one is made out of a 9 by 12 envelope, the clasp envelopes, and it's a soft cover journal, but I have some reinforcement in there to give it a little bit of strength. It says kiss a frog, and it's got a little frog with a crown. I don't know if you can see the crown. Anyway, and then some lace trim, the backing, or seam binding, binder, and then a little bit more lace, and on the back there's this mixed media art picture, and it's got little fairies hidden in it. And I went over the whole thing with decoupage, and there is some ribbon here and a little bit more ribbon there, and then it's all tied together with kind of this iridescent organza ribbon. There's a little eyelet there, a small one. I don't have the big ones yet, so I'm going to have to work on what I want to do for my closures and things. And I'm not positive that I'm going to be doing the books this way all the time either, and I'll show you why in a bit. But anyhow, it's my first one, so trial and error, but I think I like it. I like the way it came out. On the front page, I did this three-tiered pocket here, and it says True Love's Kiss. I used and coordinated all of my paper is this Once Upon a Time, and it's the DCWV. Anyway, it's from Michaels. And I used two of them, but what had occurred there was that one of them must have been an older print, because they both had different things in them, but they're both called Once Upon a Time. They had different covers on the thing too. I had made these, and I did a tutorial on my Facebook page and the Rhonda World 365 Facebook page about these flowers, and then this one as well. Not posted to YouTube yet, but will be soon. These tags, I actually have the inspiration from someone named Hermalinda Aguilar, her YouTube video, along with in this book there will be some inspiration from other YouTube videos from Paula Lemmon, and I believe Craftyirina is the other one. There's a bunch actually, and they all inspired me. And then Hermalinda had said something about Junk Journal Junkies. So thank you guys for your YouTube videos, because I watched them constantly while I was making this. And I did take a lot of inspiration from her. Like, for instance, this organza ribbon with this tie. She ties it in a different way than I do, but I was having a lot of trouble tying it properly the way she had done it, and so I just switched it around so that I could understand it, but hers are so beautiful. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to her and you're really into junk journals, do it. It says live, and I went with live, laugh, love for a lot of the things in here. This is an inspiration journal, whereas my first one was a prayer journal, and I'll be doing a lot more prayer journaling too. Anyway, there's a little butterfly stamped on the top. I ink everything to distress it. A lot of the girls are doing Kool-Aid and coffee and tea dyeing, and there's a little, if you can see, there's a little snail, and the reason it's all iridescent is because I used my Pan Pastel gold shimmery dust, and you just dust it on kind of like you would eyeshadow. And I'm very familiar with inking, so that's why I'm on the inking. Again, a notepad here, and I had used washi tape to keep it, and then little brads to keep it closed. Here is a card, just a phrase card, and it said love you. There's a little fairy, and she's sitting under the lilies of the valley. On the back is another snail. And then this one I put in backwards. How could I do that? Anyway, it has a little butterfly, and there's a brad clasp, so the butterfly will move. And then on the back is stamped, and you can journal on that. It tucks right in the top here. And then the note card goes in there. The pad of paper goes in the third one here, along with the tag, excuse me. This page here is my first page to the signature, and I wanted it to say what the signature is all about. It says fairest of them all, and so it's very, fairy tale themed, fairies and fairy tales. That's the whole point. And the pretty flowers, and that one will actually move because it's part of a brad. In the inside here, there's an altered paper clip. It was a little sticker that I just really liked, and I glued it to the paper clip. And this flips open, so there's journaling there. And of course these come out, and there's plenty of journaling room back there. And then this is another tag. This is Take Wing, and it's inked. And then again, I rubbed, a lot of these will have the gold shimmer on them. That one looked like an invitation, and it's glued to a pattern paper and distressed around the edges. This page here says Live, Laugh, Love, the kind of the theme, and a pretty fairy. She was probably my favorite fairy. These tags, a lot of the ladies have these little, the little tabs. They have a puncher that makes them, but I don't have that. So what I did was I used the circle punch, folded the edges together. Once I folded it in half, folded the edges together, and then I went right ahead and cut them. So I made my own. On the inside here, because I wanted these pages to be more journaling pages. And I've only done the one signature because I didn't want to bite off more than I could chew. So, believe in your dreams. That was stamped. This is a belly band, and the belly band says, it's time to start something new and trust in the magic of beginnings. And I thought that was very appropriate. Stamped a moon and live, and in the inside, this is actually stamped into that Heidi Schwab modeling paste. It's gold modeling paste. I stamped that. And then here, this is a tab you can journal on, and it says, it always seems impossible until it's done. This is a little sticker. And in the back here, I made my own pattern paper. It was just regular, and actually this goes right there and it holds it in. It was just regular cardstock, and I stamped in brown, made my own pattern paper. And then here's a side tuck and a couple of washi tape, a little stamping in the background to give it a little bit of more depth. And I love that little fairy riding the butterfly. Magic, that all came from the pattern paper section. And this is a layered flower. It's a fabric flower. And then the lines so that somebody can journal. Little gold butterfly and a doily. And the doilies are distressed too, and I inked them to distress them, and then I put that gold pan pastel on. This one's another mixed media picture, and it's got fairies hidden in it. And then the back is a pattern paper, really light, so it can be journaled on. The back of that can be journaled on. Another tab. This one has a picture of 3 different dancing fairies, and I really loved it. And at the bottom it says dream for journaling. This tuck here is a doily that is inked with the purple, and then I went over it with the gold, which makes it look very pearlized. And there's a little butterfly, and it says live, and that says laugh, and then love is on the thing. So it's got live, laugh, love there, the key, little kiss, and then it opens up. This tag here is the one that Hermalinda does a lot, and I just loved it. It gave so much room to journal. Okay, this is a pocket made from a letter, a letter envelope that you might receive in the mail. And it's got 5 tucks, and I'll show you them all. So the first one is going to have this one in it. It says dreams come true. And you can journal on the back. There's a little key, and it tucks right in the side there. There is these little punches. I notched out the holes. I don't have that notching tool, so I just used my circle punch and was careful and eyeballed it and punched them out. And this one's just some stationery, and it's got stamps through it, a flower and a heart and a little rose. And it's stamped all the way through it. And then with the stationery is it's a little stationery. This one's a card. It says living the good life. There's a little frog on the back. Tucks. And this one here says smile often. And it says it on all 3 pages. I use 3 and I cornered the key, and there's a little ribbon to hold them together. And that one tucks right behind into. The funny thing about this is that butterfly picture lines up very well, but I didn't stamp them together. I stamped them separately, and oddly enough, it kind of came out all together. And again, another card for journaling. Pretty patterned paper. All came within that. Let me tuck this in. I can't see what I'm doing, so of course I'm not tucking right. It's supposed to go. There we go. And there is a back tuck, but I felt the page was kind of heavy and I didn't want to add too much more. On this one, this is the center of my signature, and I made 2 envelopes, and then I put this fairy girl here, and I glued her to the back. She's a printout. I glued her to the back of a gold paper, so she's got gold on the back too, and then I went around her with my gold washi tape. This is a stamp. It's on pattern paper. We got this year at a rubber stamping convention. I was really lucky. I really love it, and I think I'll be using a lot more of it. Martha Stewart punch. Funny thing is that Hermalinda, she uses that punch a lot, and if you get a chance, check her out on YouTube, because she's really good, and I didn't think of this way to use the punch until I saw her. And there's Believe right there. And we must think alike, because I had that punch, and I was thinking, oh, that's so weird. Anyway, another card, and on the back there's a feather, and it says, you are magical. And it tucks right in there, and anything else that you wanted could tuck right in there. And then here, another card, and there's a moth on the front, and the rose on the back. Another fabric layered flower. This is another altered paper clip. I had a die that did dragonflies, and all I did was glue it to this iridescent paper that I had, and cut him out again with some jewels and some eyelash fibers. This says, fairies are invisible and inaudible like angels, but their magic sparkles in nature. And I thought, sparkle tape, and the back is you can journal on. And then here, this is a butterfly postage stamp, and I went around it with the Heidi Schwab paste. And it's actually a library card. Tucks right in there, and that one says, fairies. Again with the Martha Stewart punch, all inked and distressed. This one says, come fairies, take me out of this dull world, for I would ride with you upon the wind and dance upon the mountains like a flame. And that one's really cute. It's got 2 little fairies there and a little punched butterfly. This one I got again from Hermalinda, and it's tickets, and each ticket has its own little saying, because I did them in dark, but I put these little sayings on, which I'm quite certain I can't really pick up on here. But anyway, it says, enjoy the moments that make you smile. Why not today? And kisses are the soul, or excuse me, smiles are the soul's kisses. And these are rub-ons. And then there's a kiss on the back of that one, and a little flourish in the back of that one, and then the snail. So there's cute little tickets. And then this card here, I just loved it, how magical it looks and everything. And it says, it's never too late to be what you might have been. And I always think like every little girl might have wanted to be a little princess or whatever. I know I did. Or a lawyer. One of the two. But anyway, what might have been? So another doily, another journaling page, 2 little tickets. And they open up, and that one says, the dream is now the reality. And this one is just a pretty tab with some extra paper. It's a ticket, excuse me, not a ticket, but a tag. It says love, and there's a little corner stamp there. Woo! I'm killing my doily. There we go. I wrinkled it. Another journaling page. And then there's another part of the doily, dream. And then this tuck here says, some people look for beautiful places, others make a place beautiful. And then on the back you can journal on that one as well. On this page, I really like this page. It's a working page, so that's just washi tape, and this is a pretty fairy. It's kind of dark, but it's really pretty, and it folds up so you can journal there. And then this is a tuck. it's a window, and actually that I made it into, well, this was like a frame that you could use for a frame, so I just coated it and made it into, with a clear plexi thing, and made it into one of those shaker packs. And again, another bit of stationery for journaling. And 3 pages, smile often, punched in the corners. More tickets. And this time the tickets are a little lighter so you can journal on both sides. And it says, greatness is made up of little things. On this one, another pocket. And the front and the back of the pocket tuck. So there's a little bit of stationery. It says shoot for the moon, kisses. They all say shoot for the moon. And it says feeling sparkly. And you can journal on front and back of those. Here it says life's too short to wait. And that says dream. And this is my pretty fairy. I just love her. And then in the back here, this is the other part of that cardstock, and I put suns on this one. And that says love, and this is just a regular card tag. A little kiss. And I just love that crown. I had to use it. It's just too pretty. And let's see here. Get that all tucked in. Now, of course, I'm doing it from the side, so I can't really do it very well. And this page says, you are magical, and it's for journaling. And the reason it's all iridescent, the funny thing about this is part of the other tea-dyed page, or the other part of the tea-dyed page. I put that shimmery eyeshadow in with the tea dye. I saw somebody on YouTube do it. I can't remember who it was. But it stuck to the page like nobody's business, and I just loved it. Again, this one says, it's a little pouch, and it says laugh. And then it's got its little fairy there, and Martha Stewart punches. And it says, she believed she could, so she did. And you can journal on the back because it's on a note card. Another ticket, the fairy and the mushrooms, and then the little butterfly, flourish, all for pretty journaling. And then this one is a card, and it says, no dream is ever too small, no dreamer is ever too small, no dream ever too big. And it's got just cute little eyelash there, eyelash trim there, eyelash thread. And they just tuck right on in there. And this one is the last page of the signature, well, the front of the last page of the signature. And I made a little tuck spot here. It says, you are amazing. And this one says, make today amazing. These are all washi taped. It went across. And again. And then this, it says live. And I made it upside down. And you can journal on the back there. Two-sided pattern. And then this little girl, I just loved her in the swing, and she's so pretty, and she's a little fairy girl on her little flower swing. And this slides, and you can journal there, or there, or there. And I lined it just a little bit with that gold, and it tucks up in there upside down, because I thought that was kind of cute. And these are pearls on the edge. Another page for journaling, and then this is the back of my book. And the back has these, has the castle. And this is what I did with my first one. You can put stuff in there. I left the envelope open. I did put some pattern paper in there, and everything covered up the edges. The whole thing is decoupaged so that it's all sealed. So if I want to tuck more in there and just keep it. But I'm not positive I'm going to do it exactly that way in the end. But that is my this one's my inspiration journal. It's the Fairies Journal, or Fairy Tales Journal. And I'm not positive what I'm doing with it yet, but I just loved it. A friend of mine said maybe I should look to selling them on Etsy. I need to get a little behind me before I do that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. I'll have to take a look and see what's actually there. But anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I hope to post more soon.